From getting reported for asking her fans to subscribe to her OnlyFans, to beefing with the LPGA over her choice of clothes, Paige Spiranac has had some pretty controversial moments in her career. That said, let's dive into some of the golf star's most controversial ones. First up, let's talk about the time she supported Tiger Woods during his cheating scandal. Now, it doesn't matter if you love Tiger Woods. We all agree that he's one of the best players in the world, but we also have to agree that calling out cheaters is the right thing to do. You guys might remember the whole scandal when the golfer was caught cheating on his wife. Well, Paige, being a prominent member of the golf community, decided to share her thoughts on the issue. The golf beauty said that in her opinion, Woods was being treated unfairly. She added that according to her, people were blowing the whole thing out of proportion and overreacting about the scandal. She went as far as to say that all he did was cheat on his wife, not kill someone. I'm not sure if comparing murder with cheating was the right thing to do here, but oh well. What's more, she said that it wasn't that big of a deal, adding that a lot of people cheat in their lives. It's nothing new and definitely doesn't deserve this much attention from the media. Paige said that people in the golf community don't have a right to sit at home and portray the golf star as a monster over this scandal. She said that no one could have handled the issue better than Tiger himself. She was called out by a lot of people for what she said about the whole thing, but she stood her ground. Now, just because she came to Tiger's defense, don't go around assuming that she's nice to every pro golfer, because she has serious beef with this next golfer. I'm talking about her feud with Phil Mickelson. Everyone has a right to dress however they want, right? Well, Paige supports that message big time, and that's no surprise to anyone. And she doesn't just advocate that for women, but men too. And that advocacy led to her having beef with one of the biggest names in golf. Some of you might remember when Sam Ryder wore maroon joggers at a game, which exposed his ankles as he played at the Farmers Insurance Open. Don't see how Paige is related to this? Well, let me explain. His exposed ankles seemed to really rub Phil the wrong way, and he criticized Sam for what he wore on the course. Although Sam was not breaking the dress code, it was still an issue for Phil. The golfer tweeted and said that Sam showing 4 inches of ankle was unacceptable. He added that there are still some things in fashion that he'd never understand. And you know, Paige had to jump right in and defend Ryder. So she stepped right into the conversation. Here's what Paige said. The girl boss decided to take a low blow at the pro, but honestly, as iconic and deserved as it was, it led to a lot of controversy. Paige said that Sam was barely showing an inch of his ankle, which is not even a lot. The ex-pro golfer said that she thought Sam looked really good in his joggers.
I thought he looked good, but it just shows how incredibly frustrating golf Twitter can be.
She also said that this whole situation just goes to show how toxic golf Twitter can be. But wait, her savage moment is yet to come. She also said that if Phil thinks that's what 4 inches looks like, she feels sorry for his wife. Okay, go off.
How can you show 4 inches of skin? Also, if Phil thinks that that's 4 inches, I feel sorry for his wife.
Paige explained how, since Phil had blocked her on Twitter, she didn't see the original tweet. But since his comments went viral, she got to see the screenshots of what he said. But it seems like, other than having beef with pro golfers, the girl has quite a lot of controversy of her own too. I'm talking about her recent OnlyFans controversy. In a recent episode of her podcast, she revealed one of the scariest moments of her career.
You guys have been asking for for me to get an OnlyFans.
The golf beauty has been getting requests to start an OnlyFans account for ages, but she's never really done it. On April 1st, she posted a story and asked her followers on Instagram to swipe up to access her OnlyFans, and people lost their minds. She got mass reported for the story, and the worst part, it was just an April Fool's prank she decided to pull on her followers. She revealed that she had never gotten reported in her life, and this was the first time. so she was really scared that she was going to lose her Instagram account. Luckily, after Instagram reviewed her account and her story, they decided not to take down her Instagram. Well, if it isn't platforms she's having issues with, it's tours, and for all the right reasons too. It's time we discuss the LPGA dress code controversy. Paige has never shied away from talking about how much she hates tours and their dress codes. She says that these dress codes are just attempts to restrict women in golf from expressing themselves. Just recently, she criticized the LPGA for banning short skirts and plunging necklines as well. The tour also banned other things, like leggings, unless the golfer paired them with something that covered their hips, joggers, and also razorbacks without collars. The worst part of it all is that if any female golfer doesn't follow these new rules, she would have to pay $1,000 in fines. Paige decided to get vocal about the new rules the tour put in place for women. But instead of appreciating her for taking the stand, people just sent more hate her way. The Instagram baddies said that although this rule was supposed to increase professionalism in the sport, they're just targeting a few females in the sport. She added that it was just meant to stop curvier women from wearing what they want. The golf beauty added that she was scared that these rules were preventing women in sports from growing and moving forward. In fact, these kinds of rules just push the sport back in time. And all of a sudden, showing ankles is an issue for women. Or, if you ask Phil Mickelson, it's an issue for men already. Per Paige, if other sports allow women to wear revealing clothes, there's no reason for them to be banned in golf. After she got criticized for saying all this, she decided to react in a mature way and help people see what was going on and how women were being criticized for doing something that men never do. But that turned out to cause a lot of controversy too. Paige pointed out the double standards for men and women in sports. Traditionalists in golf seem to really hate Paige for some reason, and they would do anything but agree with her, even when she's completely right. PointBet Sportsbook shared a video where Paige addressed the issue and told people that such remarks just take women in sports back. According to these people, women in sports were over-sexualizing themselves to help people see her point better, and in response, Paige shared a video saying that although most people don't believe her, male athletes also parade their bodies the same way women do. She's going to show them how right she is. We then saw a bunch of male athletes posing shirtless in magazines and on their social media. And a voice asked, "Are you sure about that?" Although she did a great job pointing out how men show off their bodies and are praised, but women do the same and are criticized, fans of these male athletes were not having it. Not only did her point completely go over their heads, the video also caused a lot of controversy. Once again, Paige pointed out how these men were doing the exact same, if not more, than their female counterparts. They're literally in their underwear, Paige added. But alas, none of these fans were even hearing her out on this. That was all about some of Paige Spiranac's most controversial moments.